and gentlemen, and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke, and this is the Bramley project. Now, there has been a lot of stuff being done around the site at the moment. Everton have released a new website specialising with all the stuff around the site. South Stand has had a lot of work done, North Stand has had a lot of work done, the West Stand has had a lot of work done, East Stand is still under work. Not a lot is getting done there right now, just for the fact that this is going to be the last stand touched, just because it's going to be the main access way for all your heavy goods vehicles, cranes, general personnel, and everything else in between. Maybe they'll come right trying to find the Arteta money as well. But yeah, looking over the site and everything as well, things are looking good. Everything's moving along faster than expected. Now, there have been a few notes saying that Everton are currently working on the steel, and that is currently 3 months ahead of schedule due to the fact they want to, make hay while the sun shines. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about in that regard, so what's happening at the moment is they're trying to actually get as much steel work done as possible, as quickly as possible, just because the weather may turn at any point, and when the weather turns, so like heavy winds, heavy rain, anything like that, that can put a hindrance on doing steel work and everything. But as a whole, everything is, as I said, coming along just nicely. So if you actually have a little look here at the South Stand, if you've noticed here, so where the gap is between the base and the next little area, there's like a bit of a gap between the two pieces of concrete. That itself is the hospitality area, according to the footage I've had a look on the Everton fly-through. So that area there is like the midpoint of the stadium. So when you actually see the footage, you'll see like a bit of a gap. That's like one of the hospitality areas as well. So going out from the reference point, the next level up is like your main standing area for the South Stand, and from there we're probably going to see the steel coming together for where the roof's going to be, because the roof is going to be getting made. Apparently it's going to be in November. Don't quote me on that one, just because I'm getting that from a source that was actually a comment. But apparently that's going to be getting done in November, so that one is exciting. So when the roof does get done, that's going to be the next stage. So once we've got all this done, that's stage 3. When I start seeing the roof and everything coming on, that's going to be when it becomes stage 4. So that's probably going to be November itself, so that's when we're going to actually move into the stage 4 progress. Now, one thing I will make notes on as well, just very quickly, there is going to be points in the stadium's build when you're not going to see any progress whatsoever. That's going to be around the times when you're going to be seeing the likes of the hardware, plumbing, electrical, things like that getting done around the main parts of the stadium and everything. So you won't see any action from that point. So what we're going to do from there is something I'm not 100% sure on yet. I'm actually quite stressing around that point, because we're not going to be able to be boots on the ground. And I still want to give you guys regular updates on how the stadium's progressing. What we may end up having to do is hiatus it. I hate to say that, but that could be what may happen. Because when the plumbing and electrical is getting done, we're not going to see anything in that regard. We might see the plumbing when they're digging in where the pipes are. If that's the case, I'm going to get the drone footage for that. Otherwise, though, it's just going to have to be a little gap in the periods when they're doing like the electrical and everything. And then from there, chances are it might be the seating getting done. Maybe we're going to see the screens getting installed. Other areas inside the stadium itself. But these are probably going to be a good year down the line. Hence the reason why I've been getting everything set up for post-match stuff and podcasts with the surrounding Everton community. So for the likes of the Rainbow Toffees, Everton in the community, and many other people, like individuals who are big fans of Everton, as well as people who have got influence with Everton Football Club. Those sorts of people are going to be the people we're going to be talking to. And when they come onto the podcast and everything like that, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. I'm also speaking to people from the other sides of the park as well, because it's always good to get views and perspectives from both sides of the fence. Because yes, it is an Everton-centric channel, but having people from the red side and Merseyside talking about potential opinions and everything of Bramley Moor, Everton, and just the fan base as a whole, it's always good, it's healthy, it helps us. Now, while we look over the North Stand right now, one thing you will notice, so the divide between the first terrace and the second terrace, it's fairly difficult to see, I'm not going to lie. So you can see a lot of the grey steel and everything around there. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the very front of the second tier. So where the gap is between the two pieces of concrete, that again is hospitality area from what I've been told. So that itself is where the concierge area, your food, drinks, stuff like that, that's all where that's going to be. Now, one thing I have been told, apparently the hydraulic tower itself, when that's made and the fan plaza is being made, that itself is going to be a bar and restaurant, apparently. So outside of playing times, it's going to be a restaurant where you can go in, sit down, enjoy your meal and everything like that. And when it's match day, it's going to be solely a bar for the fans and everything to go in, have a drink, have a good time, sing some songs, have good times, that sort of rigmarole. Now, as we go into the bird's eye view, you can see things in a little bit more detailed. Now, if you've probably noticed this already. So with the bird's eye view, we have sacrificed a tiny bit of the quality. So it goes from being 1440p to just above 1080p. It's like the little middle ground between it, because I've just had it zoomed in ever so slightly so we can see a little bit more. To tell you the God's honest truth though, if I could get inside the stadium and inside the perimeter, I'd be more than happy to do that. However, I have been given rules and been set guidelines on what to do around the stadium, and I am not going to break them. Now, I have seen other people doing footage where they are inside, ducking, weaving and diving between the cranes, and all I can say is if you're watching this video, just stop. Granted, the Civil Aviation Authority has said you could be allowed to do this sort of stuff, but Lango Rake they're a good group of people to work with. I've had chats with the guys on the site. They said as long as you stick to the guidelines we and Everton have made, we've got no issues. So if they start seeing videos of us going inside and dicking around that area, that's going to cause issues further down the line. So anyone who's watching this who's been doing that, the drone footage, good on you, mate. I'm happy that you guys are doing it, but just stick to the guidelines. Stick to between 80 and 120 meters and stay outside the perimeter. If you want, you can go on the perimeter line to get your footage. Also, for the love of God, if you're using anything like a DJI Inspire or anything along those lines, stop. Just stop. That is not a sub 250 drone. You should not be using it around the docks because it is dangerous. Now, if that drone comes out the air and it hits someone, that's doing serious damage. Granted, my drone probably does the same. But in any case, I've had enough with the rant. I'm going to now see us into the outro. So take care everyone and peace. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all my patrons over here. So if you want to be like any of these guys and get early access and free content to my channel, why not go over to the Patreon and become a part of the School of Science Superfan now. Also, we have got two tiers there. So the first one being your typical, it's called the cup of coffee tier. So it's £1, no real perks or benefits, but it's essentially like you reaching into your back pocket going, Luke, I like what you're doing, mate. Thank you very much. Here's £1 on me. Go get yourself a cup of coffee. That's it. However, if you want to get a little bit more from the channel, so say your ad-free content, your early access to the Bramley videos, your name here to show how much I appreciate that you guys are supporting the channel, or if you're there for long enough, so it's usually around 3 to 6 months, depending on how things are going, but usually between 3 to 6 months, you get yourself a School of Science sticker that's about yay big, black and white, and it's my first rendition of the sticker. Now that itself has got its own benefits in the sense that you can stick it and show your support on certain items or even on a backpack or something. I personally have got one myself. I've made my own. I wasn't able to get one from Patreon, so thanks Patreon for, you know, making one for me. Obviously you didn't. But I've got my own version of it and it's actually sitting on the back of my phone. But you can put them on pretty much anything that you feel is fit, whether it be a laptop, your books, a phone, on a lamppost, somewhere outside of Anfield, just to have fun with the Liverpool fans. It is pretty much yours to use and abuse. And as I say, it's a sticker that I feel like if I see them around the place, I do actually get a little smile. I have actually seen one of the stickers around the City Centre, and it did actually make me grin seeing. I was like, huh, someone's actually put it out there. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video. I'm sorry for the rambling, but in any case, thank you all very much for watching, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Peace.